Hi everybody, this is Shane Carlisle for L&I Trade House on the 3rd of the 9th, 2022 at 9:05. Now just doing some back testing. So Chief JPY, I'm going to sort of back test them. I'm going to do the back testing and then I'm going to do a video showing you how I got to the points of entry and what the consistent actions are of and profit. You know, I've got a pad of paper, pen just for some quick digits. So let's just jump through. I've done all the marking up, but I'll just sort of show you. Right, so we're on Chief JPY. So Chief JPY, we've got wins, losses, not applicable, and overall. Okay. So let's just do a quick count up anyway, and then I'll go in and show you. Okay. So anybody in the group that's looking to help the process as such, I know Nick's reached out. I mean, if London's, I have sort of been noticing it happening around New York as well, but I don't want to jump that into the back testing yet. I want to back test London till we find a consistent profit return from the London session, and then I'll look at obviously trading the New York session sometimes. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 wins. So 8 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 no trades. So 8 threes. Oh, 24 minus 7. So it's 7 times 8 equals 24%. That's it's been overall of 17%. Over 14, 15, 20. So over 20 trades for overall 17%. So guys, over the 20 trades with 8 wins, that'll give us 24% at a 3% return. As you'll see going through, a lot of them would have gone further. 7 losses at 1%, 5 no active. Obviously, this is where discipline comes in, because now you have to wait for the next day. And this is where I was trying to catch every break, every happen, you know. These are our trade hours. So let me go back here. Now, this is literally just going to be a video for the Chief JPY of backtesting. I'm going to go in and show you exactly how me and Danny have come to the ruling of how it works. Okay, so you put in 7 and 11 on your charts. Okay, you're sitting at your computer at 7. You've got structure here and structure here, so you could put that line, you could duplicate it, put a line there. But because we're in an uptrend, I'd only be looking for a break out the top. And then I was literally trying to catch that break, trying to catch that break, I was trying to catch them all, and it was messy last week, I have to admit. I'm working at it, you know. I've had a couple of days thinking. I found a few other little things out while following Bitcoin this weekend. Just have a quick look at it actually. What's that here? Because I was waiting for it to spike out. It's just spiked out the bottom, so. And again, it came back. We dropped for a 1 to 3, 1 to 4. But okay, so ruling 7, 11. You wait for the break inside your 7 and 11, whichever way it broke. If it broke down, I'd class that as a no trade for today, just on the sole fact that where's everything gone? Refresh, see what's happening. So what's happening? It needs to refresh. Here we go. So why has it changed now? Come on. Chief JPY. So get rid of that. All the way back here. I'll just go through and show you what I see and how it works with the rules. So you've had 7 and 11. So London's opened and you've spiked and you broke structure straight away. As soon as the session's opened, it's broke. Which then the robot rules on how I'm trying to discipline myself to trade like the robot, because it works amazingly as it follows it down to the last opposite candle, and it'll just set a position with a 7 pip stop loss to a 1 to 3. So you've got 7, 11. You've broke inside your 7 zone, 7 and 11 inside your 4-hour zone. It's broke, and then you followed it back. You've got the candle. You've done your 7 pip stop loss. You've done your 1 to 3 reward. Hit straight away and carried on but this is where we're setting it 1 to 3. So you're getting a 1 to 3 return. So you can have 2 losses. Yes, it went to a 1 to 8, but move. But again, this is where probabilities are going to beat the game, everybody. So yeah, 7, 11, 4-hour window. Yes, it triggered out of the 4-hour window, but ultimately it triggered it and worked. So it did not come past our candle. Yes, it come past the wick, because this is where I think the wising up to the smart money traders. So we're extending our stop loss from that candle by 7 pips. Well, 7 pip stop loss per trade. Win, lose, not applicable, you know. So that's one win. Had a couple of good wins here. Again, we broke through 7 o'clock, broke the structure. It came back. We've got a 7 pip stop loss, 6 points on it, but again, 7 pip stop loss would have been, say there, 6, 9. Again, smashed it, 3%. So we're 6% now. Again, it went 1 to 6 and further, but for the probabilities to work, we're not chasing. And this was my problem. I was setting my TP stupidly, and it was just wiping me out. So again, that's 9%, because we've had, I don't know, is that the first 2? Yeah, 6%. This one was a win. Again, it went before it actually turned around. Went for a 1 to 9 and then dropped out the bottom. So we've had the break of the structure, which created the banker's move from the breaker structure. So we'd have had a position set there. That was pretty much to the pip entry, 1 to 3. So we're 9% now. That's 3 wins. So we could have 8 losses now and we'd still be 1% up on the account. Okay, so we've got a first loss. We've got a bit of sideways action going on. So obviously we've had that big drop, created another low, created a lower high. Now it's sort of going sideways a little bit there. So I'd have been looking for sells. The bot would have been looking for sells. We had the break within the 7 and 11. So that would have traced us back to this candle, which ultimately blew out the other end. It did make the lowers, but how the rules are set, the break, the candle, that was a loss. Okay. They're a part of it. We had a win here. Again, just as the 7 o'clock candle opened, well, closed, it broke the structure. Hang on, sorry. That would have been your break, because that candle came through and broke all this. If you've got a body within wicks, that is a break of structure. And the bot would know that because it's broke previous price. So it had covered that candle, which ultimately 7 pip stop loss, didn't come break through it, give me the 3%. It did carry on, didn't come back. What did that go to? A 1 to 10. Absolutely opportunities everywhere, everybody. So again, what we are now, I just want a 3 out of that. Well, you know the overall. Overall was 17. I've got 8 wins. I just want to show you how the ruling. Okay, so this was a no trade. We've had the breaker structure. That structure was there, that broke. Again, even that leg broke both of them anyway, so it would have been on that candle. Didn't activate. So that, sorry guys, that would have been yeah, so that's a no trade because we had the break, the candle, and it just fell out the bottom. I mean, that would have been a lovely little catch. It broke all that structure from here. See all that? Once it had actually fell to that price. Quite nice action that. There's a little candle there, little one there, but ultimately it's quite nice. Hardly any imbalance. The leg out, came back, touched the candle, actually dropped. But how it goes, that was the break, that was the candle, didn't activate. 7, 11, structure, broke, followed it back, got the candle in, hang on. That's a loss. Is it? Oh no, 6.5. Sorry, hang on. That was a win because I've still got 0.5. Bit 21. Yeah, anyway, win because we had break, but it happened all quite quickly. Right, no. Yeah, happened all a bit quickly, but ruling 7, it broke. I mean, you'd have probably caught a second entry if you'd have gone off that break and it had come to that candle because you'd have possibly caught that move there. And again, that carried on to 1 to 12. But probabilities, if we take 3%, we're going to come out on top. Again, 7 o'clock. Break within the 7. It followed it back to the candle, took me in 3%. Again, went to the moon. We've got a no trade and a loss. Sorry, see how it's stepping down. So it'd have flipped to sell. That broke. That would have been the candle. Loss. Hey ho. Only by a pip here. It did actually touch it. But again, sticking by the rules, downtrend, broke, found it, dirt, fell out. Now it is looking good for 1 and 1 and 3, but again, I want to do the London session. We've got a no trade here because we broke there. Even if you went for that break, it never came back to this area. So that was a no trade. I couldn't have even seen where I could have caught it. Possibly here, where it broke up there. Set that candle, caught that. Ultimately, you probably caught that as well on the back side of that. So yeah, there was a couple of opportunities there, but we had the initial break. It would have brought me back to that candle. It didn't come back. Okay, so that was a no trade. We had a loss because it actually came back and blew out the top from there. Break as it came through, so it'd have found that candle, covered it with his 7 pips. Ultimately came back, blew out, and then dropped. We had the break, that candle, like a pip. What you see, what's happening right around here. I'm reckoning from about 1 o'clock. Had the break, brought you back. You'd have caught that. Sorry guys, I'm going a bit mental. A no trade because I don't even think it hit. No, it didn't even hit it. So that would have been a no trade day. Cancelled that off, but it did actually come back here. Look, came back there, and you would have got it if you'd have left it on. But I won't be sitting in a trade that long. As soon as it come back and didn't touch it there, I'd have probably cancelled the trade off as it set off again. Yeah, so ultimately, if you'd left it running, you would have got it and more. But again, you're talking from seeing it happen to it actually selling you out like 2 days. I'd like to be in and out within these 4-hour windows if I can. It just keeps everything tidy. You see the moves happening. You don't have to look at all this noise. We had a win here because we were sort of trending down. You see how we're getting these lowers, then lower. So I'd have only been looking for the sell, which again followed me back to the candle, giving me 1 to 3. So there's no blue in there, is there? No, that's all white, 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 blue. Tag me in just nice. It did fall again for like previous lows here, but the 1 to 3 is going to be the one that gives. We might be looking at probably 1 to 4, but at the moment, 1 to 3 is keeping us ahead of the game. We have another win here. Previous break. It was already, by the time I've got to my computer here, we're already above this break. So I wouldn't be looking for that for a break. That would be where I'd be looking. And then lo and behold, 7, we had a massive breakthrough. So it would have followed it back to this candle. I got it within, from seeing the break to getting sold out, 1 hour, 20 minutes. 3% done. It even came back and just didn't tag me out. Possibly would have done. Hang on. That wants to be. Well, it doesn't really matter because it give me my profit. So I don't think it'll. Yeah, look, it's poked out the end. Anyway, 3% loss. Structure broke. That's what it'd look for because we're going up. So it'd look for the structure above being broke. I mean, if you went for that, again, you'd still lose because it'd pick that candle. So, yeah, 29th loss. That's okay. Losses are good. Means there's a win on the horizon. A no trade because we broke back to the candle. Didn't activate. Another no trade. Broke. Would have activated and sold you out, but like you say, I want to be no later than probably 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock for these trades to be finished. Again, blasted straight out. We had the break, the candle. There was no retracement back. It just came back, filled the imbalance, took out the candles. If you was trading it yourself and not a robot, you'd have probably sat on that one just after the break. In fact, that did actually break it. But again, I'd be looking for a safe break. So that was a loss. It blew out. Sticking to the rules breaks that structure. Looking for buys. We had a loss because it broke out the top, blew through the bottom. And that's where we're at. I'm just waiting, obviously, for Monday. But let's just put a text box here. Get my pad. So GBY 8 wins 4%. 7 loss 7%. 5 8 20. So just down there. What was it? 17. So send that to die. Cool, guys. So Chief JPY, I quite like the look of that. That's probably going to be my pair for Monday. I'll just move that down as another trade happens and update it. And then, like you say, over the year, I'll know what sort of return I'm getting off the Chief JPY. But yeah, things are looking good, guys. I need to obviously learn a bit of discipline, but that's an ongoing thing for the rest of your trading life. You know, it's something that's not just going to happen. You have to make mistakes to learn from your mistakes. But this is looking promising. You know, yes, you 20 trade days, even sticking to these rules yourself, you'd pass yourself an FTMO there. You know, yes, it's going to be hard when you've had 4 days with nothing, 5 days with nothing, and all of a sudden you have 2 good ones. That brings you back to one. You back up 1%, then you have a no trade. Still 1%. Now you're at break even. Now you're -1. Now you're -2. Now you're +1. Now you're +4. Now you're +7. Now you're -1. So you're +5. No, +6. +9. +12. +15. Somehow I've got the 17 anyway in total. But again, this is where it's going to be hard when you have 1 day loss, no trade, couple of little wins that just bring you back above. Then you have 5 that don't hit. What do you think is going to happen here? Follow the rules and it'll hit in the next. I'm up 17% for the month at 20 days, even though I've had 7 losses. You know, the proof's in the pudding. It's just waiting for that break. I wasn't waiting. I was looking for a break here. I need to think like a robot. Right, it's broke my structure in the direction I'm looking to go. I'm looking at that candle regardless with a 7 pip stop loss and a 3% return every day. Bang, 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 bang. And he's already doing it on the GEA on an FTMO free trial. He's 3% up already. You know, we've got something here, guys. I've just got to train myself into sticking to the break, candle, set, leave, win, lose. Probabilities over 20 days prove to me that I'm going to hit at least 15 to 17%. Silver hit 24% over 30 days. You know, anybody who's open to doing a bit of back testing, amazing. Pick a pair. I'll put in the group somewhere what pairs have been done. So you're not, I mean, any knowledge for yourself is good knowledge. But if you've got a favorite pair, clear your chart off, get your lines put down, you know, look for the breaks between 7 and 11. Follow your candle back to your opposite candle. Now I am seeing it happen between 1 and 3 as well. So depending on the pairs, might be depending on what session to trade it. But that's down the line. Let's get everybody. I want everybody past. I want everybody making money because I know this can do it. I've not spent hours watching the candles going up, down to not find a time frame, a time zone, sorry, that I like trading. And I know the patterns are vivid. Okay. Right. So this is just backtesting video, guys. Chief JPY. I've run through every trade to show you that it is literally just a break of structure and a candle. That is it. Okay. So I'll get this converted now, everyone. And I'll get it posted in the trade house. I'm not going to put it public because I don't think everybody should have this knowledge yet as such. I mean, I know we're all for sharing and everything. And if people do reach out, I will share it with them. But I want my team to smash it first. It's as simple as that. Okay, guys. Hope you all have an absolutely amazing Sunday tomorrow. I'm meeting up with one of the Trade House family. Me and Mark are going out for coffee, something to eat tomorrow afternoon, which is going to be absolutely lovely. First time we've met. It's going to be amazing. I get some pictures for the Trade House. It's going to be mint. But yeah, blessed day, everybody, and let's get it. Think like a robot. I am a robot. Bye for now, guys.